Hello, and thank you for visiting www.sanjoseshortsalespecialist.com. This part of the video consultation is about the credit consequences after doing a short sale. I do a personal consultation either in person or over the phone to go over each person's situation individually, but this video is meant, if nothing else, to give you a general idea about the credit consequences after a short sale. The first thing I like to say to anyone thinking about doing a short sale is that doing a short sale will affect your credit. The only question really is by how much. The answer is it completely varies from person to person. There is no way to predict how much it will affect your credit. I've spoken to a lot of different credit specialists and experts, and it's basically deemed to come down to about 3 different main determining factors. First is how many loans you have. For example, if you have 2 loans and they're both short and you'll have 2 short sales on your credit, that's a little bit more damaging than just one, obviously. Second is whether or not you're making payments during the short sale process. If you're not, this will build 30, 60, 90-day lates on your credit, which is another contributing factor. But you can also do a short sale in some situations nowadays and stay current on your payments. Third is what you have going on in your credit history. As an example, some people have other credit lines like car loans or student loans or other credit cards. If you're staying current on those payments and you do a short sale, it doesn't affect your credit as much. Whereas on the flip side, if you had no credit lines in your history with the exception of the short sale, it would affect your credit a little bit more negatively. To give you an example about how unpredictable this can be, one of my previous clients was a married couple who did a short sale. It dropped the husband's credit on 175 points, while it only dropped the wife's credit about 50 points. This is just because of all the other determining factors involved in what they had going on in their personal situations. One question people always ask me is how long will it take me to rebuild my credit score to what it was prior to the short sale? And that most importantly comes down to your credit history and how good you are about managing it afterwards. Some people are able to rebuild their credit to what it was prior to the short sale in as little as 12 months, depending on their personal situation again and how well they manage it afterwards. Now the good side of doing a short sale for your credit is this. As it stands right now, if your home went into foreclosure, you would not be able to get a loan backed by Fannie Mae for 7 to 10 years. However, if you do a short sale, the lending guideline for Fannie Mae, as it stands right now, you would be able to get a new loan in as little as 2 years if you're able to rebuild your credit and have a down payment. Now that doesn't mean you can't find another conventional lender or buy a property for cash. There are also some other provisions with Fannie Mae that say that you may be able to get a loan within as little as 1 year. It just generally means that in order to get the best market rates, and generally speaking for most people, you'll have to wait about 2 years after doing a short sale before you can get a loan for a new property. Now some other effects of the credit consequences can be the security clearance. If the home goes into foreclosure, this affects people's security clearance if they're in the military. While if you do a short sale, it doesn't affect your security clearance. It also affects some people's employment, especially if you handle other people's money. Employers can check for foreclosure in your credit. A short sale won't affect your employment. Now, if you do decide to work with us, we work with a credit repair company that we can refer you to, that these people will sit down with you or talk to you over the phone and give you a year-long plan to rebuild your credit history. And I can talk to you a little bit more about that in detail because everyone's situation is very different. And that's pretty much it for the tax consequences after a short sale. Thank you again for visiting www.sanjoseshortsalespecialist.com. And please remember, I do a personal or over the phone consultation to go over your situation individually.